So I'm going to be showing you guys the 4 exercises that will elevate your gains for calisthenics. Let's get right into it. So the first one is the pull-up. The pull-up is the king of all back exercises, and the primary muscles that it targets are your lats, your biceps, your core, and your traps, okay? This is pretty much the only pulling exercise that you should do, and this will build up your foundational strength for the harder exercises later on down the line, such as the muscle up and the front lever. So with this, right, you want to be able to do them with correct form, and the best way to do this is to start from a dead hang, and then you pull up using a grip at about shoulders width apart. You pull up until your chin clears the bar, and then you come down, locking your arms out fully before doing the next rep. Now, if you do not have enough strength for the pull-up, you can regress to doing negative pull-ups. So this is where you do the reverse motion of the pull-up. So jump up until your chin clears the bar, and then slowly lower yourself down into the dead hang. Another alternative exercise is to be able to do Australian pull-ups. With your feet on the ground, this will take load away from your upper body and it will distribute it to your lower body. Therefore, it will be easier to perform these reps. So with the pull-up in general, try to aim to be able to do 10 reps for 4 to 5 sets, with 2 minutes rest in between sets. Now moving on to the next exercise, we've got dips. I think dips is the king of all pushing exercises, and it's great as it targets your triceps, your front shoulders, your chest, as well as your core. Now there are 2 variations that you can do dips, but we're going to be focusing on parallel dips. This has transferable strength to other exercises such as the handstand, planche, and handstand push-ups, etc, etc. If you get your dips really strong, all the pushing elements of calisthenics will be very, very simple to do. And the correct form for this is obviously you start off in the top position of the dip, and then you come down until your triceps are parallel to the ground, keeping your core tight, and then you extend your arms and engage your triceps, and then return back to the starting position. Now, what if you cannot yet do the tricep dip? Well, again, we'll use negatives for this. So start off in a dip position and lower yourself down until your triceps are parallel to the ground at a count of 3 to 5 seconds. Now with tricep dips, I would want you to be able to do 10 reps for 4 to 5 sets. Again, this is a great benchmark for you, and keep grinding. If you cannot yet do 10, just start off with lower reps and then gradually apply progressive overload by increasing the number of reps and sets as you get stronger. So the next exercise is another pushing element, which is push-ups, okay? Now this will be chest dominant exercise, and it is one of the fundamental exercises for calisthenics. So with the push-ups, okay, it will work on your chest, your triceps, as well as your front shoulders. So you'd notice that if you've got good push-ups, you'll be able to do dips easily, and you'll be able to work on your handstands and progress on them much faster, just because you have strength in your chest, front delts, and your triceps, okay? So aim to be able to do 15 to 20 reps. Now for the push-ups, if you cannot yet do them, you can regress to doing one of these 2 options, or both. You can do knee push-ups. By going down on your knees, this will take load away from the upper body and distribute it to your lower body, which will make the exercise much more easier to do. And the next one is to do negative push-ups. Now come down at a count of 3 to 5 seconds, and when you work on the negative, so the eccentric, this will build up your strength and endurance, and eventually you'll be able to rep out push-ups. Where people normally go wrong with this is their core and their lower body engagement. When people do push-ups, their back are normally arched, and that's because of the lack of engagement in this area. So what I want you to visualize is to pull your belly button down towards your spine and engage in your glutes to perform what's called as the posterior pelvic tilt. So most push-ups look like this, right? So you want to pull your belly button in towards your spine, squeeze in the glutes, and you see how the lower back now is flat in comparison to like being arched like this. So posterior pelvic tilt, and you want to keep that lower body engagement all the time. Okay. So moving on to the last exercise, which will develop your abdominal core strength, which is called the hanging leg raises. Now there are variations within this exercise alone. So the very beginning one is the hanging knee raises, where you just raise your knees up. And then the next one will be hanging leg raises. And then the following one would be toes to bar. So I would aim to be able to do 12 reps for 4 to 5 sets for these exercises. And what people usually struggle with is that they don't feel enough engagement in their core when they're doing these exercises. And one way to really improve this body awareness is to do them nice and slow. So what I like to do is, you can come up fast, okay, but when you come down, I want you to come down at a count of 2 seconds at a minimum. The slower the better. So not only this will improve your core activation, but it also reduce the swinging. A lot of people swing because of lack of body awareness and core stability. So really taking your time during the eccentric, so the negative, and this will improve your core strength a lot more. So that is it for this video. If you do like it, please don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe button, as I'll be bringing out more useful content for calisthenics every single week. I promise you that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Big love.